Hello, hello, ladies. Can you let me know if you can see me and hear me and see the presentation as well? I'm just fine tuning here. My lighting, so you can see me. Okay, can you please let me know if you can hear me and see me? Anybody there that can please go and type on the chat side? And type there if you can see me and hear me okay? Perfect, thank you, Susan. We're just gonna wait a minute to get started and wait for everyone else to show up. The lighting today is a little bit interesting because it's super, super dark here in Perth. Well, let's get ready, ladies. Make sure you close all your tabs and you are ready to have an hour full of fun information and great awarenesses. Welcome, welcome to the Success Attraction Formula Masterclass. I am so excited to have you here today. And let me share my screen so you can see my presentation. There you are. Here we are, we're ready. I'm also gonna make sure I open my chat so I can see if you have questions. So we're gonna be spending the next hour having a lot of fun. I want you to relax, to close everything else, all distractions, and gift to yourself this next hour to actually learn something that is really, really powerful. I want you to have some drink, water, and just really pen and paper because I want you to actually be able to take some notes as the awarenesses that are gonna be coming through for you. So before we get started, I'm just quickly going to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, I am Alba Gomez, and I am an image and personal brand expert, and I have been running this business that I absolutely love and working with personal branding and image for the last 8 to 9 years now. And it's been an absolute joy for me to being able to make part of so many women's lives, helping them create a personal brand and an image that have you standing tall and feeling comfortable, feeling confident, being able to just command respect, to feel great on your own skin. And what I'm gonna be sharing you today are some very simple yet very powerful 3 steps that you can use in your life, personal life and professional life, to start creating the life you desire. So let me ask you a couple of questions. So let me go into this. So I want you to start thinking if this sounds like you. Let me know if any of these resonates for you. So you want to step into your most confident, engaging, and magnetic self. Or you want to be able to enter any room and command it with a lot of power and confidence. Or you just want to be able to look effortlessly stylish and very authentic, but also professional. So your image is creating an impression that is true to who you are. Or are you wanting to get to your next level in your career, profession, or business? So let me know if any of this one is you and write it down in the chat as well if you want, or just feel what is the outcome. And as I said in my previous email, I really want you to set an outcome for you after this hour we're gonna be spending together today. So I wanna invite you to stay until the end today because I want a really good surprise and present for those of you who stay in tuning or for the whole webinar. So my Get Image Ready program will help you really get ready for your next presentation, board meeting, public speaking, or any video. And this Get Image Ready program is a 4-part video. So it's a mini training that would really help you think about everything you need to get ready for any of these different situations. And normally this package is 127, but today I will gift it to you. It will be my present to you if you stay with me today until the end of this masterclass. So what are we gonna learn today? Today is going to be about you being reminded, in case you have forgotten, that you are not everybody else, that you are very unique and special, and that you have your own authentic way of being, and you have your own authentic way of showing up in the world. So why should you look and sound like anybody else? You shouldn't. You are unique. And today I want you to start honing in what is it that makes you different, and how can you start using that to really enhance your presence and your personal brand. So I also want to share with you why is it that I became so obsessed with this work. And growing up, I was this girl who was completely bullied and made fun of because of the big glasses I had, the braces. I was overly skinny. As you can see on the photo on the left, my hair was always all over the shop. And I grew feeling this, I couldn't fit in. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't up for the task that everyone else wasn't. And even on the photo on the right, that's when I was in 11th year graduating, I wouldn't smile openly because I wanted to cover my braces. And I would take my glasses off so that I wouldn't see anything. So I always have this feeling inside of me I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. So I lived through my childhood and teenage years feeling very inappropriate and inadequate. And I went to university, did engineering as my sisters did. I was always following and doing what society and everyone else wanted me to do. That's the day I graduated from university, a little bit too white on my face, but that was a photo I had. And that day I actually realized I had spent 23 years of my life. I was 23 when I graduated as an engineer in Colombia. That day I realized I have been living for everyone. I have been fearing being judged by everyone, and I have completely zero idea of who I was and what I wanted to create in my life, which was a little bit of a shock. So I just became absolutely obsessed and fascinated by understanding that looking outside good, because at an early age, I found myself playing with makeup and with clothes and with color, and that really helped me develop a little bit more of confidence. But by the age I graduated from university, I had realized that I already looked really good on the outside, but on the inside was a huge disconnection. And I then actually understood that these things that I have been trying to fill in, that I felt so inappropriate and I couldn't fit in, had something that I had to give to myself. That no makeup, no clothes, no man was gonna give it to me. And this was actually the beginning of a biggest journey of my life. And probably since I started my engineer career and profession and studying at university, I started realizing that there was such a bigger calling that I was meaning to do. And that actually was the beginning of me desiring to create something much more different. However, in Colombia, where I'm from, it was hard for me. I came from a family where everyone was an employee. My sisters were engineers. And for me, saying I'm going to do something different wasn't an option. So I stayed doing what I was meant to be doing. But that was actually the beginning of me. And since when I look back now, all I have learned for myself on how to become confident and know who I am today and stay authentic to my needs, my wants, and my desires, and how to create a presence that is strong, that has me standing out, and has created all the success in my life, has become my life journey. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And I have had the absolute privilege of working with hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of women in the last 8 years that I have run my business. And I want to just share a little bit of a story of a client that I absolutely love sharing, because Naomi was one of those women that I keep stuck in my memory, because she was this intelligent, absolutely gorgeous woman who works for BHP and went on maternity leave. And when she was about to come back to work, she had all this self-doubt of this, am I good enough? Do I know how to relate to people? She was never confident being in the public eye, which was her role. So she always liked being invisible and hiding behind the curtains. So let me know if this resonates a little bit like how you feel at the moment. So she was this woman that also felt that she has lost contact with what her style and image was supposed to be, because after being pregnant and then being on maternity leave, her image and her self-love and her self-care became her no priority at all. So it was very fascinating to, after helping her walk through the process that actually I'm going to walk you through today, and that's what I'm sharing this story, she was able to reconnect. And that's how I want you to see this, like a connection that is being disconnected, and we're just going to plug it in again to electricity. So you are again being reminded of your power, of your confidence, of all you have to give, so you can just go and show up in situations as you're meant to. So when she came back from this maternity leave and went back to BHP again, the first day at work was a big meeting where everyone from all over Australia was coming. She was really nervous about it, so we just got prepared for that. And what she's sharing, as you can see there on the screen, she's been feeling the most confident she's ever been. She went that night and sat down next to her boss. She considered herself the person who talks the most, which is something she would have done before. She challenged her husband, her boss's comments, and she actually felt and absolutely brought her best self forward. So she was able to create something amazing for her. She went back to work, because that meeting was in a different part of Australia. When she went back to the office, she was offered a promotion, and this time she took it, because a few years before she had been offered a promotion that she rejected because she was scared she was not going to be able to do it. So this I'm going to be sharing with you today is going to allow you, it's going to be the beginning, if you let it be, of you stepping up into that power and really knowing and understanding that it is your decision to start showing up for you and start creating an image that comes with so much authenticity of who you are from the inside that becomes magnetic to others. So I have had the privilege over the last couple of years of being in many different media, in TV and radio and on magazines, sharing my message. And I have had the joy of creating a movement, and I love it. It's a revolution. I call it the Wellness Revolution, when I am really working to take women into a place in which we are reminded of our magnificence and our glory. And instead of just keep us putting ourselves last in the priority list and last into the desire list. So when we make happen things for everyone else around us except us. So today is all about you standing up tall, saying, yes, this is for me. I am deserving and willing to learn the tools that I need to learn to keep moving forward. And I'm also at the end going to introduce you to my latest program that I'm so excited to share about. So one of the things that I absolutely love about this work of developing your image and your personal brand is really you getting to use who you are to get what you want. And I don't mean this in a manipulative way. I mean this in a way of that you become so you, so authentic, so proud that you become so visible and that opportunities start coming at you. So I want you to think of you as if you were a brand like the one we're seeing on the screen. So within seconds, you know who that brand is, what brand that is, and you also have some associations to it. So for me, for example, I think of Mac and Apple as beautiful design, great technology, easy to use, to say something. So you also make your whole assumptions. So this is exactly what happens when people hear your name. They will decide if they like you or not, and they will also think, I don't know, I'm just gonna make some examples here. Nice, caring, shy, confident, not confident, strong, apt for the role, whatever that is. So what happens is when we actually define clearly, because we have got to understand who we are and we share that personal brand with the world, we become recognized and seen for our strengths. We become the first choice whenever anyone really thinks of you in your industry. And then you create a consistent message across your personal brand. And why is this important in your success in life? Because in order for you to succeed, you need to become a trusted brand, and trusted brand get to command higher fees and to be remembered. Example of the brand we're seeing on the screen. So this is the importance of you creating this success, and this success attraction formula is all about you establishing yourself as the brand, person, and individual to go. And this will apply for you if you are a business owner, if you are in the corporate world, if you are running a small business or a big business, it doesn't really matter what you, and it applies for your personal brand as well, because in order for you to actually even attract your soulmate or keep your soulmate or really go for your dreams, it brings opportunities on your path. Oh, sorry, I went out. Because it doesn't matter how good you are at what you do if nobody understands why they should work with you. Remember, business, when it comes to business, people do business with people they like and trust. It doesn't matter if you have your own business or you work for a company. People will relate to you and will connect with you. You can be the most intelligent, capable woman. I know you are, but if you are not making sure that you tell the people why you are the person to go, you will go unnoticed and you won't have the opportunity to work with the people you are meant to be helping or working with, or you won't be able to just share your gifts. So let's see here again. So are you the type of woman, and I want you to share in the chat if you feel comfortable sharing with me, that never given so much thought to your brand image or presence? Or maybe you are in business and all you do is focus on your website and your social media. Or are you a career woman that have been working so hard in developing your skills? Or are you the type of woman who has been focusing so much in doing invisible work? And by invisible work, I mean you're great at what you do, you work really hard, but you're the biggest kept secret in your industry, either if it's your company or you're working for somebody else. And what I see all the time, so share with me which ones of these resonate with you, because what I see all the time with my experience of years working with women, we tend to have our attention in so many other areas. And now with this big hype of a career woman, yes. So all this hype of really working hard or be the best that you do, we have not realized that your personal brand and your image are as important as your skills. And we're gonna get into that so much more now. So we're gonna start with secret number one. So secret number one out of the three we have today, it is all about you becoming exceptional. You having a deeper understanding and connection to who you are. Are you core? So then you become more passionate about life. And I want to share with you that at some point in my life, I really hit rock bottom. I was put in a very interesting circumstances in which I was working as a very successful engineer, a corporate career, very successful, was married, had the holidays, had the money, had the relationship with my family, all those things happening that look so good. But inside of me, I was completely disconnected. I was living a life that it wasn't fulfilling for me. So what we're gonna talk about on this secret number one is how can you become more of you. So I want you to take a second now and think, who are you? If I take all your labels away, if you're not the mom, the corporate woman, the business owner, the sister, the daughter, who are you? What is at the core of your essence? What is unique about you? And I want you to reflect that for a second, and I want to give you a few seconds for you to write it down. So write it down on your notepad or have a think about it. And if you are like the hundreds of women I have worked with, you are not so clear about who you are under all those roles and responsibilities that you hold, and you are not so clear about what is unique about you. And then what I want you to realize is, in order for you to start creating the success that you desire in your life, you need to have crystal clear clarity. And I can share too that there was a moment in my life in which I stared at a piece of paper for more than 30 minutes without having a clue of what was left out of me when I peeled all those labels. And I didn't know what was unique about me. And then I realized that no wonder my life, with so many accomplishments and beautiful things that were happening, was so unfulfilling. Because all those things I have been creating for myself were for my family, for my society, and for other people in my life. I had never stopped and asked me, Alba, what do you want? What do you want to create, without fear, without thinking what others expect of you? What do you want? And for me, it was a great opportunity to actually have moved countries from Colombia to Australia to escape the pressure of what others were expecting from me. And I don't think you actually need to do something so radical as that. What I want you to do today is an invitation, a really big, important invitation. to spend the time to find the clarity of who you are under all those labels, what makes you different, and owning that, because who you are with the great and not so great is perfect. I, for so many years, rejected so many parts of me, including the part that was so shy, that felt so inappropriate, that felt so insecure. And I hated that part of me. I hated my name. I hated that my hair was that messy. I hated so many bits of me. And it was like this analogy that I heard, that I read on a book, that it was fantastic. And it's like, imagine like as if you were a castle when you were born, full of beautiful rooms, many, many, many hundreds of rooms that you decorated in many different ways and colors and styles. And then people, society came around and criticized the one room, made a judgment about the other room, and you slowly, slowly started closing bits of that castle, closing, until one day you realize you are left and stuck in a little tiny 2-bedroom apartment. And that really struck me, because I realized, wow, there were so many parts of me that I have closed down because of judgments or criticism or my own judgment. And I was left with a small 2-bedroom apartment, when in reality, I am a brilliant, gorgeous, perfect castle. So I want you to encourage you today to start this journey of remembering, what is your castle? Who are you? And the castle might have dark rooms. That's fine. We all have. There is no light without the dark. There's no day without the night. And that's something that I have learned to embrace. Me as a whole woman, imperfectly perfect. Perfectly imperfect, I think is how you say it. Who, with her strengths and weaknesses, make me the woman that I am today. And from that place, you're going to create something magnificent. So this is going to be part of secret number 1 of you starting to create the success you desire, and to start living in a life that is more in alignment. Now, the second part of this secret number 1 is going to really start checking in. How are you starting your days? Are you waking up and grabbing your phone and starting scrolling through Facebook, getting stressed with your messages, doing some work, or are you actually taking time to ground yourself, to breathe in, to meditate, to connect to your beautiful feminine energy that will allow you to flow and grow and develop and live in alignment? For those of you who join a little bit later, remember that if you stay until the end of today, you're going to get my Get Image Ready program that is valued $127 for free, just for staying with me today. So I want to introduce you to this concept of the balance of your feminine and masculine energy that is absolutely brilliant, and it personally has transformed my life and has helped me so much to achieve the success I desire, and a success that is more in alignment with what I wanted to do, working less, which I think we all want. So I want you to remember that your masculine brain is the one that is in charge of words, logic, doing and achieving, doing, living in autopilot, doing the next thing, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, taking care of your profession, taking care of your mom or your friends or everyone. Whereas the feminine energy is an energy that is more connected, that is in flow, that is you allowing yourself to music, to listening to music, to dancing, to being creative, and to embracing your image and your looks. So what happens is, when we are in this strong masculine energy, and do let me know if you are the type of woman who feels, how do you operate more, from your masculine energy or from your feminine energy? I can tell you, I personally look very feminine, but I am 100% masculine brain. And I am driven. I do lists for the list that then goes on a spreadsheet. I love achieving. I love accomplishing. I love doing. I've never been so good at grounding. Meditating for me was so challenging for so many years because I couldn't stay still. I never checked in with me. I never asked for help from the universe or God or whatever force you believe in. And I worked so hard to achieve outcomes, which I did achieve quite a few things, but I had to work really hard. When you access your feminine energy, you put your effort, but you achieve amazing outcomes. So this is again part of step number 1, you understanding that when you start your days from a more grounded place, there's many different type of practices here. It can be meditating for 5 minutes. I'm not talking about adding a lot on your pile. It can be sitting down and writing your gratefulness list. I think by now you have heard of all these things. so many times. It can be doing a little bit of a stretch. It can be applying moisturizer with intention as you give yourself more love. It can be dancing a little bit more. It can be listening to music. It can be doing a little bit more of those things that bring you joy. We at some point became so serious and so focused and so directed, which is fantastic. But that is as women neglecting our feminine energy. That is so wise and is so powerful. And for so many years, I thought that being feminine was weak. And I have come to understand that my femininity and my feminine energy is my power of strength. And since I started accessing that energy, I have become unstoppable. So this is part of your secret number one. Remember how you start your days. And instead of dragging yourself into working, looking at your phone, relax, fine tune, visualize your day as you wanted it to be. And then from that place, start making decisions. Make sense? Let me know, girls, if you have any questions at all, because we're now going to move into secret number two. And this is going to be all about walking tall. This is about you having the confidence that you enter any room and you leave any situation knowing that you put your best forward. And do let me know if you are at the moment wanting to have more confidence to communicate authentically. And one thing that I can tell you that I have seen so much and it is so common is that as women, we doubt ourselves so much and we are so scared of fear of judgment and criticism that we start keeping ourselves smooth. So I want to remind you that it just takes the snap of 1 second, not even a second, for people to form an impression when they meet you. And part of that impression is 55% based on what we see. So that will be how we use your body language and what you are wearing. 38% is based on what we hear, and that is only based in voice, intonation, volume, and accent. And only a tiny 7% based on the words you are actually using. So I am not saying that what you have to say is not important. What I am saying is that if you don't align your words with your body language and your image, your message is going to get lost. We live in a busy, crowded era when we have access to so much information and people for all around the world. If you are not creating a consistent image and a consistent body language in alignment with your words, you are going to go unnoticed. You are going to be forgotten. You need to be persuasive, because if you are not persuading, not manipulating, notice this, persuading those around you, they won't consider your ideas and suggestions. You want to persuade your husband, your partner, your kids, your colleagues, your boss, your potential clients. You want to be able to get them to consider your ideas and suggestions. You need to become a charismatic communicator. And I want to introduce you today to a fantastic, brilliant model that shows how you become charismatic when you balance your approachability communication skills with your credible communication skills. We all come across as one or the other more. So we all have our own style. But in order for us to be charismatic, captivating, interesting, and to stand out, we need to be balancing our approachability and credibility. So how does this work? Let's relate this and use a model that I learned from the amazing Michael Grinda, where he uses a model for charisma when he teaches how approachable people think of a dog. The person that has a higher degree of accommodation, is more animated, is more happy to be around you, to follow you, to lean forward, to make eye contact. Whereas the credible communicator can be related to a cat, a person that is more in his position, a little bit more serious, less on the like leaning forward and getting so close. So as I said, these are generalization, but it makes a really great example. I am a very approachable communicator. I make a lot of eye contact. I'm very animating. I'm very passionate. I'm exuberant. I lean forward. I am friendly. And on top of that, the way I present myself is very approachable as well. Whereas for me, in order to come across as a credible communicator, I need to know and learn. I had to learn how to use my body language in a way that creates credibility. It is important to learn that you need to use the clothes you wear and your body language to create that credibility as well. If you are more the approachable, if you are the credible, you need to learn how to become more approachable, because you need to be balancing those two positions. If you are the person that is too serious, less animated, more shy, more quiet, more straight in your position, sometimes people find hard to relate and connect with you. That will affect your success. So charisma is all about balancing these positions from a body language point of view, and from our dressing point of view, we will share in the last secret. And a really powerful tool that I want to share with you as part of your secret number 2 and your body language and how to walk tall is start showing up big. Start your day with power poses like Wonder Woman, holding your hands up in the air, really opening up. It's very different how you feel when you stand small and occupy little space, and when you open up yourself and your body, when you walk tall, entering a room as if you were feeling it. There is power on this. You need to fake it until you become it. You need to act as the woman who is already that confident, and using your body language to influence how you feel is one of the most powerful tools I can share with you here today. And it's important that understanding that creating a magnetic presence and becoming a captivating woman is going to be the key for you creating the success you desire in the corporate world, in your own business, in your personal life. You need to be that person that others wants to be around, that people want to remember when the opportunity comes, that people want to get to know more. And I want to share a quick story of one of my beautiful clients, Teresa, who actually implemented these tips and created so much success for her. She shared on that email that you can see at the top that she was volunteering for a charity gold day, which is something that she wouldn't even do before, because she really had to go and talk to people she's never met before to get them to donate money. And actually she attended this event. She was telling me, I cannot believe, first, how much fun I had. Second, how confident I felt. Third, how much I've been hiding myself. And this is what I want to create for you. You being able to go from being a person who's been shining away from the spotlight to being confident to say, hey world, I'm here. Not in an arrogant way. I'm talking about a confidence that comes from you loving who you are, from you treating yourself right and saying, I am magnificent, I have a lot to share in whatever part of your life it is, and actually owning your brilliance. It is a time for you as a woman to stop living your life for others, to stop being worried about what others think of you, and instead just going and owning that. So as Teresa said, she's transformed herself into a more confident woman. She was already successful. She had a happy marriage. She had a great job, but she was feeling flat and unfulfilled. But by owning and reconnecting to who she was, by learning how to walk tall, she is sharing that with us, that people have been struggling to recognize her. She hasn't lost weight. She hasn't changed her hair color. She's just been seen and felt that beautiful energy around her. So let's move into secret number 3, and then we're going to do a recap. So secret number 3 is all about fascinating. How can you feel confident really knowing that your image, your outer image, is a reflection of who you are? No, you're dressing for others. No, you're just pretending to be someone you are not. And I want you to know the impact your appearance has on your self-confidence. So important. Yes, people will perceive you in a way or not, but there's nothing more important than you looking in the mirror and being able to smile at your glance instead of going and thinking, I'm this, I'm that, I'm unhappy. I want you to be able to look in the mirror and think, I'm awesome. I am awesome. It doesn't matter if you are 20 kilos heavier, if you're not as tall as you would like to be, if your lights are the color that you're not. This is all about you understanding. Sorry, I don't know what happened here. Yes. So it's all about you understanding that you are perfect the way you are. And I want you also to think, one of the first things we do in the morning is actually go and pick our wardrobes. And how many times of that it becomes a frustrating, annoying experience, and how much time and money you have wasted in your lifetime to actually not making the most out of the clothes you actually own. I wanted to understand there is a science behind all of this as well. This is not my personal impression or perception. How we dress not only affects how they perceive us, which is important, but affects how you look. And there is nothing more important that you stop wasting the time and the money buying clothes that don't represent you. So I want you to understand there is a power of developing a signature style that is you, so you can command that enhanced level of trust and authority. And the first concept that I want to share as part as your last secret for today is the Vital V. And neuroscientific research shows that everything within the tip of your shoulders and the top of your chest is always noticed. So let me ask you, is your hairstyle balancing your face shape? Are your necklines complementing your neck length? Are the colors you wear on the Vital V sending beautiful light into your face, making you look alive and professional? Or are you not paying attention to these things and wearing whatever and feeling whatever? And one of the things that I also want you to understand is clothes have an energy attached to them. And if what you're wearing feels blah, you're putting on blah energy and you're gonna walk the house feeling blah. Clothes are so much more than something there to cover your body. You can express creatively who you are. You can create something that is authentic and you can actually have fun with it. And that is the purpose. You have to have fun with it. So I want you to throw the fruit bowls out of the window for now and concentrate that in this information I'm gonna share with you in more understanding that clothes and colors can help you enhance or minimize your body parts. It's all about creating balance. So all I want you to do is focus on your torso, like in the picture there. Think of your shoulders, think of your chest, bust, and torso. Think of your waist and think of your hips. And instead of thinking if you're a pear or an apple or a rectangle, I want you to think, do I want to enhance or minimize? And once you have decided if you want to enhance or minimize, I'm going to teach you how to enhance and minimize. So the first example are focal points. And focal points are the very first thing we notice on someone's outfit. Like on this picture here, we notice the shoes. And when we create a low focal point, we appear to be shorter and bigger. Now in the next picture, I trust that you will notice the necklace, bringing the attention to the Vital V, to our face, to connect with us. And when we create half focal points, we appear to be taller and slimmer. But what happens if you love bright colored shoes, but you don't want to appear to be short and bigger? We create a balance point. Like on this photo, this woman is wearing bright shoes, but look at her scarf. It has a little bit of that tone. So when we send the attention down and up again, like on the fourth picture as well, with the red scarf and the red pants, we balance the focal point. And we absolutely do want to wear beautiful color shoes, but we also want to bring attention to our face so people can connect with our faces. Now, I also want you to understand that there is a balance between the colors and styles you wear. So as I mentioned before, it is important to understand that powerful dressing sends a message of credibility, whereas a more feminine look can take credibility away from you. There is no right, there's no wrong here. It's simply understanding that the structure fits that are more like male suits without having to be black and white, because you have to kill me to get me in a black suit with a white blouse, make you look more professional. Whereas if you wear more freely, flowery, pastel colors on the right hand side, you're gonna be more soft and feminine. So there is no right or wrong here. It's understanding that you must balance how you come across naturally through your body language, your communication, and your look. And then you can balance that up with how you dress. So one of my clients, for example, was feeling that she was being so unnoticed and no one was taking her seriously. So what she was doing is she had a very, very approachable personality and communicating style, and she was dressing way too feminine. So being a director in the company she found that people were not seeing her seriously. So when we did the impression management assessment, she realized, oh, I'm coming as too feminine and approachable. Nothing wrong with that. But when she was going into meetings, when she needed to command respect, she needed to then learn how to use more her credible body language and how to dress in a more powerful way. So this is never about changing who you are. This is learning how the science works so you can adjust little elements here and there. So does it make sense? Anyone has any question? All this making sense for you? Let me know in the chat as well. So in the horizontal influence is the influence, as I said, this is all about learning when to enhance. This is learning how to minimize. How do we enhance? With horizontal influence. As you see in the photo, horizontal stripes, everywhere you create a hemline where, for example, that top ends and those boots start will make that area look wider. If you wear a belt, the thicker the belt, the bigger your waist will look, or any details that you wear in your clothes that run horizontally like zips or any contrast of colors will enhance the area. So you want to wear horizontal influence if you want to enhance your chest, if you want to make your shoulders look broader, if you want to make your hips look wider. You want to avoid it, and what you need is to minimize, because if you need to minimize, you use vertical influence. Could you have put a darker jacket with the feminine dress? Absolutely, that's a great note there. If you put a feminine top or dress and then you put a darker, more structured jacket, that helps you create the professional look. That's all you need. So the vertical influence is all about you wearing vertical lines. So it can be created with a scarf, with a V-neck line, with the contrast of a jacket and a top in a different color, or actual vertical stripes. So if you want to minimize your hips, you want to wear just more straight legs pants, you want to minimize your bust, you want to wear more V-neck lines that will really help you elongate your torso, or wear more vertical influence. Remember, it's all about, do I need to elongate? Do I need to enhance? And then using your vertical and horizontal influence accordingly. And the other part that is really important about you creating that image that creates a level of credibility and authority is understanding that contrast level is one of the most important elements when it comes to impression management. When we wear colors that are very close to our complexion, like in this photo, a woman who is, for example, blonde with light skin, if she wears a top that blends with her skin as well, that contrast is low, which is considered very elegant and sophisticated, but it can make you go under the radar because the brain is not picking up any contrast. Then we have medium contrast, that is putting together a dark color with a light. So think black and white or any dark color with a light color. Medium contrast is the most appropriate and always good for any situation. And then the last one is wearing two colors that are completely opposite to each other. That gives an impression of a lot of creativity. So then again, there's no right, there's no wrong here. It's like how the science works and how do you use it to create a desired impression. So for example, I was gonna wear a very light top today because it's quite cold here in Perth, and I thought, no, I'm not gonna go low contrast. I wanna create a little bit of a higher contrast between the top and my skin and the accessories I was wearing. So I can help your brain stay a little bit more connected. So as I said, this is not about me changing who I am. This is me using the science to work for me. And this is a great story of a person who changed her contrast level and her body language to create the success she desires. So Denise says she has fine-tuned her image with her strengths and personal essence. That is all I'm about. She's now feeling confident and look the part, and her wardrobe is not filled with only black. Because that's the other thing. Sometimes we go to black because it's easy, but I don't want you to hide behind black anymore. She has developed the confidence to stand out and being noticed in the workplace. She stopped doing that invisible work that I told you before. She used to be amazing at her work, but no one knew how amazing she was. And she was able to get the promotion and be promoted to the manager of the corporate services with a staff of 30. That is what happens when you work your body language, when you connect with who you are, when you develop your image. That is what happens. So these stories are to show you that this works and is simple yet super powerful. So what I want you to do today is get yourself more familiar with the clothes you actually wear. What is on the wardrobe? Do you have amazing amount of orphans that you don't even know you have? Do you have a lot of clothes that make you feel average or that don't fit you today? Are you the type of woman who has a lot of clothes but feel nothing? You have nothing to wear? And maybe if you are, because most of us are, it's all about getting organized. And as I always say, your wardrobe is like your pantry or your fridge. You don't just expect to be able to cook any recipe and have all the ingredients in the pantry or the fridge without planning. Your wardrobe requires planning. And in order for you to be able to have amazing outfits that represent you and make you feel confident and beautiful, you need to plan it as well. First step is get acquaintance again with your clothes. Why do you have them? Store things in a way that you can see them. Who in the morning has the time to go through a messy wardrobe like the one on the left, or to open your shoes from the boxes, or to open little pouches to see what accessories you own? No one does. I don't. Store things in a way that you can access them easily. Schedule some time to go and organize your wardrobe. And start creating a shopping list. This is one of the most simple tips that I can give you, that I can tell you is worth $1 million. And all of my clients always go like, wow, this is amazing. Stick a piece of paper in your wardrobe for the next 2-3 weeks and start writing down. What are you missing? What are you notice you're missing in those 2-3 weeks when you're getting ready in the morning? Ask yourself, do you have your wardrobe basics in place? And start thinking, I'm wearing these shoes that I love, but they're starting to look old. So replace the black shoes to say something. I would love to have a necklace to go with this in this color. Necklace to go with X top. These pants are a little bit too loose. Pants, black pants in a smaller size. You know what I mean? Like start identify what you're missing. When you go shopping, for the items of those shopping lists that I can assure you is not going to be a long one, you're going to be amazed as how much more your wardrobe will work, how much more fun it will be. I want you to start asking yourself, does this item work with anything else I wore? I want you to stop having a wardrobe full of orphans that have no friend to go with. No more items that don't have anything to go with. Every time we go shopping, I want you to start thinking outfits. No more shopping by excitement because it's on sale, because the color is beautiful. It has to represent you, be your color, be your best style, and be able to add to your wardrobe. And I want you also to be versatile and have clothes that you can dress up for the week or dress down for the weekend. And if you are not big on accessories, I would love to invite you to start playing with one of the most amazing tools that we have as women to play with, accessories. You don't have to be as bold as me. You can start small, but it's an easy way to add color. It's an easy way to change the feeling of an outfit, and it's a fantastic way of updating what you already own. And one important thing that you must consider is, what is your personal style? Because one thing is the colors that work for you and the styles that work for you and the impression you must create. But what do you like? Remember, as I said at the beginning, your image should tell a story about who you are to the world. Like I'm going to use myself an example because it's quite easy to understand with me. I have a dramatic personality, style personality as well. So I'm all about wearing big accessories, chunky, colorful, big makeup, shoes that have color, handbags that have color, but that is me. I am not wanting you to be like me. I'm wanting you to find what is your personal style, what feels you. Start creating a Pinterest board when you start exploring the styles and colors and feelings that you like, and stay true to that. You are not dressing for others. You can look professional, credible, feminine, whatever you want to look in any style, but you need to find your style. Because if you don't know what your style is, and you can have 2 or 3. Don't you worry about that. Me too. But you need to know what they are, because that will save you so much money and time. I now know I am attracted to a lot of trees and flowers, but I love them, but they're not my personality style. So I love the top or the dress in the shops. I buy them and I don't wear it. When you stay true to your personality style, you are going to be so much more able to actually create a wardrobe that fits you. So let's recap here and make sure you stay until the end to get my present. Remember, the Get Image Ready, valued $127. We just have a few minutes to go, but these last 15 minutes are going to be super important. So I want you to start thinking today, why did you show up today? Do you feel ready for your next level? Are you wanting to feel more confident? Are you wanting to be noticed and to stand out? Are you wanting to be more charismatic and magnetic and engaging to those people around you? Are you wanting to create more opportunities? All you have to start doing is working on these 3 secrets. Start finding who are you and what makes you unique, and start sharing that with the world. No more hiding, no more going behind the curtains, no more doing invisible work. Start deciding that you're gonna walk tall into any situation, that you're gonna start learning the tools, using the tools you learned today about how to develop your body language, to start being noticed and being seen and communicate your message. No more letting other people thinking that you're just shy and insecure just because you were scared of sharing who you are and what your opinion is. And then look at your image. You create a personality style that is in full alignment and tells a story to the world that you mean business, that you are ready for your next level. And when you put these 3 secrets in practice and together, I can assure you, you're going to start feeling amazing, and you're going to start living your life from a more authentic place when you are staying true to who you are and what you desire. So you might be asking yourself, okay, this sounds really cool, but how do I make all of it work? How can I just be calm, fully confident and visible? How can I actually have a step-by-step that guide me through how to do it? So you can definitely do this in the complicated and confusing way and work it out and study it, as I have done in the last 10 years, or you can actually use a simple and a strategic approach. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I am so excited to be launching my very new Rise, Stand Out and Succeed program. I had an awesome drum roll that it didn't drum. Anyway, I have put together all the very best of what I use with my one-on-one clients in an online, do it at your own pace, program that is called RISE. All is a systematic process that will help you find who you are, what is unique about you, align your life and your goals with who you are and what you desire. I will give you the teaching tools you need to align all and put these things in place, and implementation. I will guide you through the implementation process, because I am all about stopping this thing that we have going on, that we have so much access to so much information, but we don't implement it. So this program is going to concentrate in 3 core areas, as we spoke today. All Your Secrets, Exceptional You, that is going to be all about finding a deeper connection to who you are, getting in control of your life, and really reassessing how are you using your time and your priorities, and bringing that passion back for life. Really remembering who are you at the core. What did you used to love? When was the last time you did something for you? So this exceptional you is all about you remembering who you are, how brilliant you are, and all you have to share. Then we move into the core area number 2, that is walking tall. So I'm gonna guide you through every single area you need to develop. What are your first impressions and how you can create amazing ones and lasting impressions? How can you develop either your credible or approachable personality so you can balance both and become that charismatic woman? And how can you have an absolutely magnetic presence that have you notice and remember? Because remember that is going to be absolute key for you to stand out. And then, and then we close it with fascinating you. That is going to be all about what is the image that you want to create? How do you want to be seen? And how do you actually, with using of colors and styles, you're going to create that? How do we create a killer wardrobe in any budget and no matter where you are in the world? I'm going to guide you through the whole decluttering process, making the list, where to shop, how to shop, and then we close understanding your personality style, and we bring all those beautiful elements together to create the most fascinating you. So this is a step-by-step that is 100% proven, because I have used this and perfected this system for the last 8 years working with my clients. So you will get results guaranteed. All the training is available to you right now. You can do it at your own pace. Follow from the volume of your home. You can listen to these videos while you're cooking, while you're getting ready in the morning. So this is not about adding anything to your busy pile already. It's 100% online, and you have lifetime access. So you will get the updates, and you will be able to access the workbooks and video trainings and do it at your own pace. And the most exciting part of this is you get access to the members only Facebook group. What I love about this group is I keep you accountable. I keep you guiding you and teaching you. I will be there live every week, giving you extra information and training and support, inspiring you to continue in this process, taking all your questions. But what is even more beautiful is the support of the community, of the other women that are in the same journey as you. One of the things that I love about this is sometimes we feel so isolated, and I have seen this a lot with my clients, like they don't have enough like-minded women around it. But when you have a community of other women who are in the same place like you, that really want to take themselves to the next level, that really helps you make the decision to start making the things happen that you desire. Oh, sorry, I went up again. So what is the investment? So this program is going to be valued at $597. But today I have 2 amazing bonuses. I'm gonna give you my stylish and successful guide that is extra, super going into depth into focal points, vertical lines, horizontal lines, what clothes to use for balancing your body shape. So that goes a lot into the image. And then you're gonna get an hour with me one-on-one to use anytime in the next 6 months. So I will never offer these bonuses again. You get that extra bonus for a total over $1,300 value. Plus I have a 30-day guarantee, money back guarantee. If you start the program, if you start working it through, and if you feel you're not learning anything, I will give you money, no questions asked. And because today is the first time I'm launching this, I am giving you these 2 special bonuses that I won't be sharing again, but they're just available for the next 30 minutes. And I have a super special price for all of you today. So you can get this program for only 347 Australian dollars. That is an equivalent of 257. Or I created a very comfortable, most flexible payment plan of $190 times 2, approximately $140. This is where you can get the program. Wow Now, Alba Gomez, alba.com.au/rise. And you're going to receive an email in a few minutes as well when you're going to be able to access the program. So remember, this is all about you approaching with confidence any situation, executing with a lot of calm, communicating in an articulate way, leaving situation thinking, I did great, and just feeling that satisfaction. This is about you learning how to create these 3 secrets and implementing them in your life, becoming fascinating, becoming sure about who you are, becoming magnetic, becoming captivating, creating an image and a presence that has you noticed and remember. And I want you to think of the people that you see succeeding, why they get ahead, because they believe in themselves, and why they have to offer, because they have shown confidence without arrogance, because they have communicated in a harmonious way, and they were present and captivating instead of worrying about what other people were thinking about them. This is your time to take space, to do power poses, to show the world that you have an opinion, to be open, to share who you are, to share your personality through your personal brand, to express your ideas, and to really show how strong and capable you are. Not just being the woman who is focused on developing her skills and her business. This is about you making yourself visible to the world. And I want to share the law of diminishing intent that is very powerful. And it says, the longer you wait to do something you should do now, the greater the odds that you will never do it. So you have identified that today you need to work on one of these 3 areas and the secrets. The quicker you take action, the better. You can decide to do it through my program, which I'll be thrilled to welcome you and get you to know you better and take you on this journey, or you can do it in your own way. But if you don't take action, things are not going to change. And I have seen this over and over and again. This is not about just attending a webinar and learning, and yeah, that's great. Identifying you need to change and not doing. You must take action to get results. Take action. This is it. It's all about taking action. What do you need to start doing to start getting the success you decide to create? So for those of you who did stay up until today, so I'm just gonna be sending you my gift as I promised. So I'm just gonna quickly make sure I capture who is here. So for those of you who stayed today until the end, I thank you for being here with me. I'm gonna send you your bonus. And as a reminder, you are gonna have the opportunity to have access to this fantastic program that is gonna take you in such a fun journey to developing your confidence and your personal brand to the next level for just one payment of $347 Australian dollars, or super 2 comfortable payments of 190. So just make sure, I'm gonna type it in so you can have it. And if you have any questions, this is your opportunity to ask me anything you want. And go to the link and make sure you get the bonuses. You will never see this again. I just launched this program a couple of weeks ago, and this is the last time I'm gonna be offering this amazing opportunity. So I have shared with you the link to get access to this program. I highly encourage that you start making a decision that this is the time for you to stand out and succeed, to go for your goals, to be the woman who puts herself first, and that you understand that your image and your presence are key to your success. It is not enough anymore to be the best at what you do. You must have an edge. And your personal brand is what is going to give you an edge. Plus, this process is so much fun, and it's going to allow you to get to know yourself better and to start living a life that is more in alignment with the goals and the dreams you have for your life. So I send you all my love. I am so happy to have you here with me today. I highly encourage you to join me in this journey. If this has resonated with you, I am here for you in any way that I can support you. You make sure you go and start implementing these 3 steps with what you learned today. And as I said, if you're ready, join the program where I'm gonna be taking you in the step-by-step and clear path that you need to take. Plus, I'm gonna be there with you, guiding you. It's gonna be such a fun journey. Make sure you make a decision that today is the day that you reconnect with who you are and where you're gonna start sharing your brilliance with the world. I wish you a fantastic weekend, and I hope to get to know you better very soon. Bye-bye.